Okay, let's just jump right in. Look, the pressure on businesses today is, well, it's off the charts, right? You've got volatile markets, nonstop innovation, and shareholders who want growth like yesterday. And here's the hard truth. The old playbook for hiring and managing people, it's just not cutting it anymore. It's crumbling under the pressure because it was built for a completely different world.
So here's what we're going to do. First, we'll tear down the old way and see exactly why it's so broken. Then I'll introduce you to something totally new. It's called the Talent Nexus. We'll peek under the hood at its quantum engine, see what makes it tick. We'll even see it in action in a real-world scenario. From there, we'll explore what this all means for the future of work itself. And we'll wrap up with the big question, are you ready for what's coming?
So let's just cut to the chase, especially for anyone in a leadership role. I've got a direct question for you. Is your business actually built to win the war for talent? I mean, really built to win. Because the numbers we're about to look at, well, they suggest a lot of companies are walking into this fight completely unprepared.
Let's start with this number, 87%. That is a huge number. A recent McKinsey study found that a staggering 87% of executives are either dealing with skill gaps right now or they know they're about to. Just think about that for a second. That's nearly 9 out of every 10 leaders basically admitting, we don't have the people we need to get the job done. That's a crisis.
And okay, what happens when you try to plug those gaps? Well, you run headfirst into this number, 42 days. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, that's the average time it takes to fill just one open role. 42 days. In a market where a competitor can launch a game-changing product overnight, 42 days isn't just slow, it's a massive, flashing red light on your company's dashboard.
And the cost of getting this wrong, it's astronomical. We're talking about an estimated 1.2 times trillion dollars, with a T. That's how much Gallup figures is lost every single year in the U.S. economy from poor management and lost productivity. This isn't some fuzzy HR metric, folks. This is a direct hit to your bottom line. It's a massive financial leap.
So yeah, it all points to one unavoidable conclusion. The old way is fundamentally broken. These traditional, siloed, reactive ways of thinking about talent, they simply cannot keep up with the speed of business in the 21st century. They're failing us right when we need them the most.
But what if there was a better way? What if we could have a completely new operating system for talent? And that's where we get to the Talent Nexus. This is a whole new approach, designed from the ground up to solve the very challenges that are keeping leaders up at night.
Okay, so what on earth is it? The Talent Nexus. I know, AI-driven, quantum-enhanced ecosystem is a mouthful. But let's break it down. Think of it as a super smart, predictive brain for your company's talent. The AI part is constantly spotting patterns, and that quantum-enhanced bit, well, that's what lets it solve ridiculously complex puzzles, like figuring out the absolute perfect team from millions of people around the globe. It's always analyzing, always predicting, and ready to deploy the right skills to the right place at exactly the right time.
And you can really see the difference here. This is a total paradigm shift. On the left, you've got old school traditional HR. It's reactive, right? It's slow. We're talking months. It keeps people stuck in silos. But on the right, you have the Nexus. It's predictive. It's agile. We're talking hours, not months. It's totally integrated. We're moving away from thinking about static job titles and instead focusing on a fluid, dynamic pool of skills.
Now, this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But the big question is, how does it actually work? So let's pop the hood and take a look inside this so-called quantum engine.
At its heart, the whole system is really built on 4 core components, 4 main pillars. You've got the omniscient talent cloud, the risk synergy engine, the value quantification matrix, and the learning accelerator. And each one does something pretty special.
First up is the omniscient talent cloud. Now, this isn't just some fancy database. Think of it as a live, breathing map of global talent. It's analyzing trends as they happen, in real time. This allows you to make huge strategic decisions, like where to expand or what new product to build, based on actual current data about where the skills are and what they cost. Next is the risk synergy engine, and this is really cool. It intentionally builds teams with diverse skills to create what's called cognitive friction. You know, that creative spark you get when different ideas and perspectives clash? It's designed to literally architect innovation. Then there's the value quantification matrix, which goes way beyond just cost per hire to measure the true ROI of your talent decisions. And finally, the learning accelerator uses AI to create personalized development paths, basically turning your entire workforce into a constantly upgrading asset.
And hey, that quantum-enhanced part I mentioned, this isn't science fiction. As McKinsey points out, quantum computing is set to unlock trillions in value. For the Talent Nexus, this means solving problems at a scale today's computers just can't handle. It can analyze every possible team combination, factoring in skills, cost, location, even personality, to find the mathematically optimal team for any project, instantly.
Okay, that's enough of the high-level theory. Let's bring this down to earth. How does this actually go from a cool concept to real impact? Let's walk through a scenario from a CEO's point of view.
So, picture this. A CEO wants to launch a new AI product in 6 months. She inputs that goal. Instantly, the system analyzes all the skills needed and pinpoints the gaps inside the company. Then it scans the entire global market for talent that you can build, buy, or borrow. And here's the kicker. Within minutes, not weeks, not months, it delivers a complete execution plan with a budget and timeline. That's moving at the speed of the market.
Now, a system this powerful doesn't just change how you hire. It changes the very shape of work itself. We have to start thinking beyond the traditional hierarchies that we're all so used to.
Which brings up a critical question. Seriously, think about your company's org chart right now. That rigid, top-down pyramid. How can that structure possibly accommodate these fluid, dynamic, project-based teams that can be assembled and reassembled in a matter of hours? The simple answer is, it can't.
The future, then, is what people are starting to call the liquid organization. It's a corporate structure that can actually reshape itself as quickly as these teams are being assembled. It's more like a networked ecosystem, where leadership is based on your expertise for a specific project, not just your static job title.
And that brings us to our final and maybe most crucial point. Are you ready to lead in this new world? Because adopting this kind of thinking is no longer just an option. It's become a strategic imperative for survival.
Ultimately, in this economy, where your talent is the main thing that separates you from your competition, the question completely flips. It's no longer about whether you can afford to invest in a system like this. It's about whether you can possibly afford not to.
The future of business success is going to be defined by who can leverage talent with speed, precision, and intelligence. This is the new era of workforce agility. And the only question left is, are you ready to lead your organization into it?